Your brain is filtering 99.999999999% of your reality. In fact, your eyes don't even actually see the way that you think that they see. Your eyes bring in light, and then your brain is determining what that light means, which means that your eyes aren't even seeing raw reality. It's only seeing what your mind has constructed. Go look it up. So basically, your self concept is the identity that your brain is filtering your reality through. Okay? So, self concept is your identity, the story that you tell about yourself, your life, you, and the version of you that you accept as real. On my page, a lot I get asked about what self concept is, how to work on your self concept. So, in the first part, I pretty much feel like I answered the question on what your self concept is. So, we're gonna get into how to work on it and why you don't necessarily have to work on it. And I'm gonna give a real life example of self concept and how two people can have maybe the same thing happen to them, but they both have two different experiences because of their self concept, if that makes sense. So let's apply it to something super simple, super relatable, a text. NSP, because that's really popular in the manifestation community. If you're not familiar with the term SP just means specific person. Usually people are referring to a romantic person, but it doesn't have to be romantic. Anyway, in this sense, we're talking about romantic because it does seem to be a common theme that people are manifesting, which is nothing wrong with. No shade. This is no shade to anybody. I don't judge anybody for what they want to manifest at all. It's your experience, it's your reality. Hey. Anyway, so boom, let's say someone's SP doesn't text them today, right? They don't get a text from their SP. Okay. Person A. If I feel like editing this, I'm gonna doodle. It's been so long since I've done any artwork. So this is, what should we name her, y'all? This is Ginger, okay? Ginger has kind of a shitty self-concept about herself. She doesn't always feel the best, and she hasn't had the best experience with men. And honestly, she's like really unsure about herself. So she's talking to this guy and she really likes him. They like each other, okay? It's cool. And he doesn't text her, right? He doesn't text her one day, which is unusual to Ginger. Unusual for Ginger, okay? So Ginger doesn't get a text and she interprets this text in this way. Oh my God, he didn't text me. What did I do wrong? Something's changed. Something's wrong here. He's gonna ghost me. What is he thinking? I wonder what he's doing. I wonder if I did something wrong. Let me text him. Let me reach out first. Ginger automatically thinks that the text or the lack of a text has something to do with her, right? Ginger's first thought is to go with, damn, what's changed? Something's wrong. What's going on? What did I do? Right? Whole time, he could have not texted because he's just having a rough day, okay? Maybe it was an extra busy day at work. Maybe he dropped his phone. Maybe his phone broke. Maybe every other thing under the sun other than Ginger isn't shit, right? Now, let's say her, what should her name be? Let's name her Blossom, okay? I just looked at my keychain. So Blossom, let's say, and matter of fact, fuck the whole different background situation. Let's say Blossom has come from the same background, right? Let's say Blossom has also had maybe like a rough childhood and, you know, a certain upbringing that may have made her feel a certain way about herself, right? But Blossom's worked on her self-concept, okay? So when Blossom doesn't get a text, when Blossom doesn't get a text back, it doesn't have anything to do with Blossom's worth. It doesn't make Blossom question herself and who she is. It doesn't make her question who she is in this person's life. Blossom doesn't get a text and she's like, hope everything's good with him. Wow, I didn't hear from him today. It just means that he's just so busy working and working to spoil me. He's actually thinking of something special to do for me. Actually, I didn't hear from him today because he's been thinking about me all day and he's been working really hard, and I just know that when I do talk to him again, that it's just going to be so magical. It's just going to be so special. The point is, Blossom's not moved by not getting a text, okay? Because Blossom knows that SP is hers, right? Blossom knows that Blossom is still that bitch, regardless of a text from SP or not. SP texts, of course, but like, Blossom doesn't give a fuck if SP doesn't text because she knows that she's still that bitch and she still has SP, you know? But Blossom moves on with her day, right? And you know, she's not tripping off anything. Ginger moves on. Ginger doesn't move on with her day, right? Ginger keeps going back and checking her phone and wondering if and when he's gonna text. She's wondering if she should text him first. She's wondering if she should text him again. She's wondering, you know, maybe Ginger's playing out the worst expectations possible in her head. And maybe she doesn't even mean to, right? Okay. I'm usually in bed right now, y'all, for work, but I really wanted to make this video because I'm just ready to fully step into this new chapter. I'm ready to start posting again on YouTube, and I'm ready to start being who I am, who I think I am, and moving as such. And if you follow me on TikTok, if you found me from TikTok, or if this is your first time seeing me, hey, but most of you guys have found me or know me from TikTok, and most of you guys aren't new, but a lot of you may be when you watch this video. A lot of you are, and I love you so much, and I'm so happy you're here. This is a slight intermission, so maybe double tap that 10 seconds if you don't give a fuck, but you're here, so I know that you give a fuck. For example, how do you walk into a room? Ginger, when she walks into a room, she's already thinking, oh my God, people won't like me. She's already wondering what people would think. She's thinking that people would judge her, that maybe people won't like her, that maybe she'll be perceived a certain way, right? Versus Blossom. Blossom walks into a room, she automatically thinks, people love me, people enjoy my presence, people enjoy my company, people enjoy talking to me, etc. Or she walks into a room with her head held high. Ginger walks into the room with her nose in the phone, okay? She's not making eye contact with anybody. Her shoulders are slouched. You know, she maybe even looks a bit a mess, okay? Versus Blossom, right? Blossom's put together, Blossom's cute. But even if Blossom wasn't put together, she would still be put together because Blossom knows that she's that bitch. Are we following along? Like, do we kind of get it a little bit? You know? Like, the person who thinks of themselves highly carries themselves a certain way, and they experience their reality a certain way, and people in their reality seem to reflect that. Someone who feels negatively about themselves and carries themselves a certain way, people often reflect that, right? Always confirming who you are. And if you've ever heard the term, like, your brain is always saying yes to you, your subconscious mind is always saying yes to you, God is always saying yes to you, is because, do you see what I mean? Like, those are perfect examples of what I mean. Like, you see how those people feel completely different about themselves, and yet their reality is reflecting how they feel about themselves. Does that make sense? Like, your reality's job is to prove you right. Okay? That is your reality's job, is to prove you right. So that means that it's always saying yes, because its only job is to prove you right. If you've ever read The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, if you haven't, go read that, go check it out. I do have a list of books that I recommend people to read down below if you are interested. If you want to see what I read, like to read, or have read, go check that out. But it said that your subconscious mind, which I feel differently about these things, and I kind of am learning, I'm learning a lot more things. So, like, I think it's natural that I'm going to change, and the way I go about certain things or methods have changed, of course, but essentially it's still the same, right? I'm getting off topic, but my whole point is that he says in the book that your subconscious mind, that you're the captain, right? And your subconscious mind is the crew, okay? The crew's job is to go where you direct it to go. The crew's job is to listen to the captain, right? So, with that being said, it's always going where you tell it to go, okay? To me, that sounds like you're in control, right? You're in control. This infinite power, this infinite intelligence, the God within you, the God which is you, is only ever wanting to prove you right. And you're not to blame for anything that you feel like happened in life that you were not in control of. Stop blaming yourself. Why are you learning about this and instantly shifting the blame on yourself, or instantly shaming yourself, or instantly thinking, oh my God, I created all this negative shit in my life? That means that, like, no. All that was unconscious. That was before that you knew that you could choose. Stop letting the old fucking awareness and ego fucking hijack you and still make you think that you're not in control of your reality, or that you can't have what you want to have because you did this for this amount of years or this long. What the fuck? So your self-concept isn't something that you turn on and off. Your self-concept is the lens that you are seeing life through, that you are seeing your reality through, and that you are moving from every moment, day to day, without even realizing it. So if your self-concept is that things don't work out for you, people leave you, good things don't happen to you, etc., all this other bullshit, right? Your brain is going to filter your reality through that. Your brain is filtering your reality through that identity. So, therefore, it is going to make sure that you are getting proof, evidence, and experiences that confirm those things, versus the same way that I'm always chosen, everything always works out for me, opportunities fall in my lap, I get treated like a princess, this, and that, right? Your brain is going to filter reality through that lens and make sure that you get confirmation, experiences, circumstances, people that confirm those things for you, okay? And your self concept isn't something that you have to work on or take months to work on. It is a decision, it is something that you decide over and over again. Just as simple. If you watch Eric, The Power of the I Am on YouTube, if for some reason you've never heard of him, never seen his videos, I'm going to link also his channel below. I love him, and he has been completely changing my thinking of manifestation and the way I view it, and just every fucking thing. And like, I just love him so much. I'm not afraid to say that he reminded me that all we have is now. Okay? There is no past, there is no future. What we are experiencing is a continuation of now. He loves to say, like, whether it happens now or later, it still happened now, because all there ever is now. You know, when this moment passes, it's now. Right now is not right now. You get me? Like, my right now is not your right now, but it's still right now. Like, I'm saying hi to you right now, even if I'm not really saying hi to you right now. You know? The point is that you can change the story that you've been telling yourself your whole life. That is the beauty of fucking life. The beauty of life is that we actually have the ability to choose, and you can choose over and over again and again. And you know, we're conditioned to believe that we aren't that free, that life and things aren't as simple as, you know, we would like them to be. Part of manifestation and learning about conscious creation is realizing how we've been taught about the world is completely fucking backwards. And also realizing why it's like that, because of how powerful we really are. So anyway, I wanted to make this video really simple, really, or maybe make it feel like it's really simple. I've posted about self-concept tips before on my TikTok, and I want to talk about them a little bit here as well, because you know, there are some people that are going to make this feel like it is a process or treat it as a process. So, and I get that because I've definitely been there. And I've realized that in these past 2 years, since learning about conscious creation, how I thought I was in a certain identity, or how I thought I was persisting in something, and I wasn't. I wasn't the entire time at all. Even though I thought I was, and I made myself believe that I was, because I was believing in a method, because I was, you know, chasing the next best method, or, you know, thinking that I had to do a certain thing or behave a certain way to get a certain result. Now, a lot of people always want to know, well, how do I change my self-concept? How do I work on my self-concept? And honestly, it's about moment to moment, day to day, just small little shifts, right? All that we have is now. So one, it's about, for me personally, things that have helped me, catching the story. Like, what are your first thoughts that come to mind in certain situations? Like, example, early in the video, when you don't get a text back, what is that first initial thought that comes to mind? Don't shame yourself. Don't feel bad about this thought, but just observe it. What is it? Catch it, because that is, you know, what maybe your brain, your ego, your old awareness goes to or has gone to previously. So it's just like, what are your first thoughts when things don't go your way? What are your first thoughts when, you know, certain things arise? What are your first thoughts when you look in the mirror? Like, do you instantly think, oh my God, I look good? Or do you instantly point out all the ways that you could be better? Think about that. 3, how you talk to yourself and about yourself as well. Like, and I'm not saying that you have to pick yourself apart, but like, start telling yourself good fucking things. Talk about yourself. Gas yourself the fuck up. When people say make a decision, like I said, make the decision over and over again. Like, you know, people are like, oh, you just have to decide one time. Keep deciding. Keep deciding that you're that bitch. Keep deciding that you're that nigga. Keep deciding that you always get what you want. Keep deciding that you're treated this way. Keep deciding that the same way that you kept deciding that you weren't shit, the same way that you kept deciding that things didn't work out for you, the same way that you kept deciding those things, keep deciding the good shit for yourself. No matter what, like it doesn't always feel easy, but it is simple. It doesn't always feel easy, but it is simple. Because people love to give power to things outside of them, you can listen to subliminals, right? You can script every morning and every night. You can do whatever you want to, okay? You can follow Neville Goddard and fall into sets. You can robotically affirm for 24 hours, for however long you need to, okay? Right? You can do all those things. I think the point is, in conscious creation, manifestation, law of assumption, however the fuck you come across this, right? I think that the most important thing is, becoming a new version of yourself, becoming a different version of yourself, which is identity shifting. I want to credit some of my favorite creators. I love Nyx. I love Manifesting Gaia, who's one of the first people that I got into. I love Taylor Tukes, which was also one of the first people that I got into. I love those three. I love them. Like I said, the power of the I am, Eric. I love them, right? And just also myself. It's just about, and also deciding that when these old things come up, when these old thoughts, circumstances, whatever come up, knowing that you are not that thing anymore, okay? You are not that person anymore because you said so. It's getting late though, y'all. I am about ready to head to bed. I'm gonna wrap this up. I love you so much if you're watching this. You are capable of so fucking much. You didn't come across this video by accident. You didn't find me by accident. I am a reflection of you. You are that girl. You are that nigga. You are that, they, them, period. I love you. In case I didn't say that already, this channel, my YouTube channel, who I am in general, is just, like I said, if you come across my TikTok, you kind of know. But like, you even watching this video right now is a manifestation in itself. Me being here, me being alive is a manifestation in itself. I am the success story, okay? Me, I am the success story. I am the success story. That's why I can sit here right now and make this video and tell you that nothing is out of reach for you. And it all starts with you. You are the center of your universe. You in verse. You in verse. So that's all I have. If you like this video, of course. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because this is just scratching the fucking surface. I love you. Bye.